Hey everybody, Nhat Pham here for Marketing Mondays. And this is where we give you free marketing tips that you can use immediately. So we got a new set. I'm geeked. I'm excited about it. So I brought in the desk I usually use. Instead of flipping slides back and forth, I thought I'd show you how I have one thing set up and then do it through slides. I'm so much better on the presentation side. Okay, so hopefully you've not only liked the page, and make sure you follow it too so you can get further updates. Okay, question of the day real quick is, what is your favorite social media tribe? Meaning, where do you like to go to hang out, converse with other like-minded people like yourself? Okay, in whatever sphere or circles that is, whether it's on the business side or the personal side, professional or personal. Okay, so love to see you give me the comments in the Facebook feed here or in the YouTube, because we are live on both Facebook and YouTube. So if you prefer to do it on YouTube, make sure you go there as well. So this is March. We got the new set on my desk. We're going to originally do it in my room, but we tweaked it a little bit. So hopefully you liked it. Love to give you feedback on that as well. So on Marketing Monday today, and for the whole month of March, we are going to talk about building a social media community, or a tribe, if you will. And I'll explain to you a little bit what's the difference between a community and a tribe. A community is when like-minded folks get together, and they might ask questions here or there, but it's a little more looser knit. It's not as tight. A tribe, they have the few same passions and excitement about whatever topic there is. I'll give you an example. My friend An from Mekong and the Answer Brew Pub, there's other beer places out there, but his is really a tribe. Because whenever people leave a bad review or say something negative, he doesn't have to defend it. The whole community defends him, and that's what I call a tribe. A tribe goes to war for you. Okay, so we're going to be going through today. Start with why. Next is going to be adding value. Okay, how do you add value to initially a community? You're going to have to start with a community so that people go there, and then you want to build relationships. This is, if you want a community, whether it's your neighborhood community, a club, or whatever the case may be, you're going to have to build relationships, and we'll talk about doing that. And then what are the rules of engagement? How is it a little bit different than the real world? It's a lot like the real world, but how is it a little bit different as well? Okay, so these are the topics for the month of March, and our theme will be building a social media community, or better yet, tribe. Okay, so I want to start with why, and one of my favorite quotes is by Simon Sinek. He says, people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. So what's your why? And including in this particular topic, which is a social media community. Why are you doing it? I mean, is it just to pitch stuff to them? People don't want to be pitched stuff. They do want a cause, if you will, something meaningful to them. What's that commonality, that passion that you're going to serve? And serving that community, despite if it's going to help you or not. It may not help you, okay? You may be turning people away to have them do something better. For folks that approach us for social media, we're not doing it necessarily always in the community, but if you ask me, hey, now that I have a couple $100 to start my social media, what do I do? I'm going to tell you, don't use us. You're going to want to use something else, or consider something else. You don't need to spend a ton of money yet, or if you're new and your marketing budget is minimum, I might not even tell you to go social media immediately, right? So same for you. Whatever widgets you're pitching, make sure it's benefiting the community at large. And I think that's the why. It's the passion for whatever it is. If it's the technology, like I said, I mentioned for you before with An, it's craft beer and local beer. Josh, our camera guy here, videographer, he wants a community that serves him in the photography and video world, right? Not just pitching him different lenses and stuff like that. Hey, how can I learn from you? How can I benefit and build relationships? That's the whys that you want to consider before you start off trying to build this community. Okay, start with why. By the way, it's a great book or great TED Talk. Make sure you go online. We need to link it up. I'll link it up for you too. Awesome 17 minutes if you want to read the book. Good book too. I'm actually re-listening to it. I shouldn't say re-listening to it. I'm listening to it on Audible, if you will, but checked out the book already. So let's pull back in again. Building social media community, start with why, okay? And one of the things that, how do you start with why? And why do you start with why? A lot of people know what the company does or how the company does, but oftentimes they don't know why the company does what they do. And again, a lot of people buy into the why, all right? A good business friend and colleague, Mark Smith of Midas here in Richmond, a lot of people can get the oil changes done anywhere. I had a great interview with him on Success Secrets, which we'll talk about a little bit later on. But he's really into what they call cause marketing, right? His why is, hey, every time you donate a pint of blood, they're going to give you a free oil change. When you do your services with them, he's going to donate to feed more. All right. So that why, if you're passionate about the community and feeding the hungry or making sure the blood bank has blood, you're going to resonate with that because again, you can do that anywhere. You can get your oil changed anywhere, and people resonate with why. They know how you do it, or basically how you do an oil change. You put it on a lift, stick it in there, and what you do is obviously services. So especially if the more commodity you are in, or commodity type of products or services you're in, the more of a why you need. And if you're going to build a social media community, this is an opportunity to convey that and build relationships. Okay, and I'm going to talk more about relationships in the future episodes. But this is what Simon Sinek calls the golden circle, and really focusing on that why. Okay, it's going to create more like-minded people that's going to gravitate towards you, and more like-minded people that's going to spread the word for you. Okay. And then one of the big things I always talk about is the 5 M's of marketing. When you think about creating this social media community, and again, mission. What is the reason you're going to do this, and what's the reason of your business? And again, that really starts with why. All right, and then what are some of the things that you want to try to accomplish with this community? Second, market. Know who is the like-minded people that you're going to magnetize or attract, okay? Who's your market? Who are you trying to serve? That way you can put the right articles out there, get the right influencers involved, and then what message you want to put out there. Maybe write questions that people can contribute to. And then the methods, that one's a little self-explanatory because it's whatever community you're building, but you may not decide to have it in certain places, meaning you may have a LinkedIn community or group versus a Facebook. You may have both, or you may just have a Facebook community, or you may even niche it even further and have it in a forum. People in that manner. I know Starbucks has a great forum that people interacted with as well, who are really passionate about coffee. There's on Facebook is a little bit more niched and localized. Now, I've seen one as niched as underwater basket weaving, okay? And I should say they only do it on Facebook, but this particular group did it on Facebook. Okay, so that's what you want to consider when it comes to methods. And then lastly, metrics. What are you going to use to judge success? Why do this community? Is it to serve it? Yes. But at the end of the day, are people contributing to this community? Are they talking about different issues within your industry? Okay, so again, you want to run through the 5 M's. I said how important it is in marketing. This is what we based everything off of. I mean, we're going back ourselves and wondering, hey, what is our 5 M's? And the staff is challenging me all the time. The team's challenging me all the time. What is our 5 M's? Who are we serving? And we want to serve a specific market ourselves. We love to serve everybody, and we do some of that through these videos, but we want to be able to share with you how to create that community, how to create social media buzz, and at the end of the day, connect with your customers, and hopefully thousands at a time. All right. So that's, in a nutshell, how we start with why. And you might say, oh, I'm done because I don't know if I want to do that. But if you want to continue, these are some of the things that we're going to talk about in the following weeks. All right, we're going to talk about adding value. What are you going to be putting out on these communities? Whether it's a Facebook group, whether it's a LinkedIn group or page, those are the things, or even a forum. Got to think about what you're going to put out there that's going to make people want to be involved in it. Then we're going to talk about building relationships. It's the key of what we believe in. What kind of connections are you going to have with this base? Because if they're going to go to war to you, when you're trying to convert a community over to a tribe, you better have a really good relationship, right? I mean, it's like an Indian tribe. I mean, everybody knows each other, all right? And you don't want to mess that up where there's going to be friction there, right? If it's this community, you might run it a little bit different in how you develop those relationships. Also depends on the products and services and whatnot too. But at the end of the day, if you're not building relationships through these communities, you're not maximizing this opportunity, okay? And then the rules of engagements. A lot of it's actually the same. People say, what do I do? What do I not do? A lot of it's the same if it's you're in a part of an association. But then there are some differences navigating things online, and even within different segments of networks, whether it's Facebook, LinkedIn, forums, and those types of things. We'll be talking about that too. Okay? So make sure, if you like this today and you see some value in this, make sure you share this to people via email. Make sure you spread it on LinkedIn. The Facebook link right down there. Click that button and share it with everybody. Would love that if you found value, and would really appreciate it. Post it on Instagram, tell folks on Snapchat, and of course, send that link out on Twitter. Love to be able to share this message to more people. Okay, and then also some other tips. Some of these folks I've talked about in the past, like Mark Smith, Patrick Moore, and other people that I've shared on the show. Some of these great podcasts. I'm working on lining up some great interviews as well. Taking a little bit longer than I thought. The folks that have so much value are pretty busy, so we're working to line the rest of those interviews up and then edit and all those type of things. But check out natpham.com/podcast and enjoy some amazing interviews and amazing insights. I learn a ton every time we do these. And then lastly, feel free to connect with me. Give me some feedback. Ask me some questions. That way I can share them on the next one. If you have a question, we'll start giving you the answers right here on the show. So love to really kickstart that again on future episodes. All right, so make sure you connect with me on LinkedIn, friend me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. Mention me. I promise I'll follow you back. Till then, hopefully you enjoy this new setup, new show. Have a prosperous rest of the week. Till then, be successful and stay social. See ya.